or maybe it is morning if you're across the pond. Well, wherever you are, do let us know, because today I have an international guest all the way in your own living room, unless you're somewhere else. My dear friend Jennifer van Balkom today is here with us. And I'm sure not everybody knows my dear Jennifer, so let me introduce you to her. So Jennifer is Mrs. Happiness. What does it mean? Well, she has quite a few titles. She is international speaker, happiness trainer, energy coach, TEDx speaker, and a speaker coach. As you can see, she's wearing a few hats, and for many years, she's also wearing another hat, which is being my dear friend. Jennifer, I'm so happy and delighted to have you at my live show, so together we can spread the joy and happiness around the world.
So good to have it. Thank you very much for having me in your live show. I was so looking forward to see you today and to meet you all virtually, but to meet each other here and talk about whatever comes up, right? But this is what the good thing is about with your live show. Whatever comes up and what feels right. So good.
Exactly. They all are chat shows. They all are non-scripted. So people always get the real person behind the camera. We have seen so many scripted materials, scripted videos, and scripted shows. We don't want any of those. But Jennifer, let me jump in straight into the business. Why do you even discuss joy and happiness? Like, why do we need to talk about that? Why can't we talk about bad news and events in the world and what happens, on the TV? Why to speak about joy and happiness?
Oh, that's such a good question. I love it when you go into these kind of things. Of course, I mean, but the thing is, we get sucked into everything in the bad news that there is. When something actually goes, oh my God, and this happened, but if you go, oh my God, something happens to your body, something happens internally, your emotions rise, your feelings rise into all of this. And most of the time, it's not the feeling that you would like to have, is it? This is what this is all about. And what we actually want to experience is peace, is rest, is a peace of mind, is joy, is laughter. This is what we are after, literally. We really want to experience this and want to feel good.
Yeah.
But our mind, our whole system gets sucked into whatever is wrong or missing or not right, or keeping us from something, the block that we have about something. This is like, that's where our attention goes. But it goes there because of our evolution. There she goes. It's because of our evolution. We are made, in our evolution, we are made to look at everything that's going wrong, because whatever it does, our system keeps us alive because of it. There might be a mammoth or a saber-toothed tiger who's going to eat us. So we have to be alert about this. But what we actually want is peace and quiet and joy. That's the focus you put on it.
Love that. Even when you say it, and you're right, our body reacts instantly of whatever we have in front of us. So even when you speak about joy and happiness, automatically, for example, I at least felt a lot more calmer. So I wonder how everybody else feels. And the truth is, there's so much happening around the world. We can react left, right, and center.
Yes.
Well, why
do what it is? If sorry to interrupt you, but if we keep reacting on what there is, we cannot build what we want.
Yeah. That's powerful. I want you to elaborate a bit more on that. So, what do you mean by we cannot build what we want?
See, it's not an if, but we are here to build because we have something that calls us. Call it your soul purpose, or call it your life mission, or whatever you want to, in whichever way you want to express it. But you are called to do something, to create something, to make something. It can be that you're an artist, or that you're a writer, or that you're a coach, like what Olga and I do. This is what we are made to do. And the moment you follow this is something that you build. What Olga and I have now is not something that comes out of the sky. I've been doing this for 10 years now by now. And you build it every single day. And having your own business, and that's as an artist or as a coach or whatever you do, is what you do. You build daily on who you are going to become. It is about who you are going to become in your business, in whatever where you want to go, is who you're going to be doing what you feel you are here to do. And that's building on a daily basis. This is the true personal development journey that we are on, is to become who you know you are going to be. And that's building every single day. The moment you start reacting on what there is, you're drawn in that direction which is not yours. And that's where the focus needs to go. I can be upset about CNN or whatever else what's going on, but it doesn't help me to build who I want to become. If I want to feel rest and peace in my life, looking at the news is like not the place where you want to go. Emotionally, it doesn't mean you don't need to have the information which is coming from. Of course, there's a lot of information that we need to keep on building what we do, of course, but it's about the emotion that comes from it. Because the emotion of fear settles in your body and keeps you from taking the steps where you need to go.
I think everybody should have sat there with a pen and paper and make notes. Because right now there was a live wisdom just pouring out of you. What a surprise you actually are a happiness coach, because you just simply walk your talk, and you literally every word is a word of wisdom. But you see, Jennifer, like we both understand the importance of switching off the negativity and tuning into positivity, because you're right, then we can become who we are meant to become. And then we can align with the source, we can align with our mission, our purpose, and all the rest of it. But the question is, to those people who don't know how to do it, how do we switch off the negativity? How? When family is nagging somebody, when family is telling you cannot do it, when on the news there's always something negative, when friends are constantly sharing what's happening in the world about COVID-19, like how do we even manage to switch off? How do we do it?
The how question, I love the how question.
I know.
The thing is, it's not about the how. There are many, many, many ways of how to do it. But the most important thing is the reason why. Why do you want to do it? And for me personally, my journey started is that I knew who I was going to become. I just felt it inside. And I knew being reactive to whatever's going on wouldn't help me to become that woman. So I decided, this is not what I want. What else do I want? And how did I do this? This is where the happiness comes in. You can feel the difference in your body between feeling fear, literally me talking about, you can literally feel it. Feel what happens to it. Just the word fear and the associations you have with it, the feeling you have with it, the emotions you have with it. Something kind of tenses up inside of your body, doesn't it? Okay, swap. Happiness, joy. Do you remember the time that you were truly joyful, felt happiness inside of your body in a situation that you were in, whatever it is? It can be a sunset with your friends, with your family. You have that moment that you felt truly joyful. Maybe you laughed out loud that your belly was hurting. That's it. Notice how different your body feels now. It's relaxed, isn't it? Yes. Inside me, I feel as like champagne bubbles coming inside of me, like an excitement and comes to it when we talk about happiness and joy. And now we only talked about it. So imagine what else we can do. There comes the how that Olga just asked me, what else we can do to feel the happiness and rising towards where you want to go. Shall we share how with it? Come on, let's do this. I love it. Okay, here it is. Olga, here it is. You can do it with me. I want you to look at me as sad as possible. Bring those corners of your mouth down. Yeah, really like this. Yeah, and bring these ones down. Really sad. There you go. Yes, that's it. Okay, good. And keep those mouths down, and then look up at the ceiling, all the way up, and watch and feel what happens to you to the corners of your mouth.
I love that.
What happened? Tell me what happened.
your mouth, easily your muscles just stretch and the mouth wants to open up and you can't stay sad.
No,
What a trick. What a trick. Wow, I love that. Okay, that's everyone.
that's it. Because the moment, and you've done this, and I'm sure, don't do this while you're driving,
Yeah.
okay? Any other time is fine. It's the moment you feel sad and those corners of your mouth come down and you look up at the ceiling, is automatically, just by its own, the corners of your mouth will curl up. Because when you look up from your autonomy, so you build how your body is, you cannot look sad while you're looking up at the ceiling. You will be smiling.
Yeah.
Because of the tendons in your face, you will be smiling. And the moment your face starts smiling, parts of your hormones, I don't know the English words for it, but it's glands that you have in your brain, they go like, oh, she's smiling, he's smiling. Let's put some happiness hormones out there. Let's put some endorphins in there. This is what happens. Literally, you get a mini happiness boost the moment you look up at the ceiling and you smile. And when that happens, you can literally feel a change inside your body. Go, ah, that's it. And that moment of relaxation is where the moment comes back of joy and happiness, where you can build on. You cannot build or move anything in your body when you're tensed up. You cannot. You can only build and create when you're relaxed. And a simple thing as looking up at the ceiling can help you at that moment.
I love that. I love that. And that explains why when we look at the sky, we always feel a lot more relaxed. Whenever you are in the park or even just outside, you come out and you, or even at nighttime looking at stars, you always feel like, oh, that, oh, exactly. So, okay, now I got it. Now I know.
You know, so it is the stars and the clouds and everything, of course, but also you are triggering your body to give you a happiness boost the moment you look up.
Love that. Okay, so from today, I'm inviting everyone, please make a note about this. Put a reminder on your phone if you wish. As soon as you wake up, just go to the window and look at the sky, or even just stand up and look at the ceiling and imagine the limitless opportunities in front of you so you can relax your face. Oh, I love that. I love that. But you know, Jennifer, if you don't mind me asking this, and I know I haven't prepared you for that since I don't like to script my shows,
Come on.
you mentioned a little bit about your journey, just a little glimpse. And I'm sure people right now watching this show and thinking, yeah, that's easy for her because she's a happiness coach and she knows that much and she was born that way, that glamorous, that beautiful, gorgeous lady. She just came out like that, right? But I know that's not the truth. I know that's not how it was.
No.
So could you please share with us your journey? And I know we can talk about your journey for hours.
Oh, yeah.
In the time what we have, could you please share with us your journey so other people can just watch and observe and learn that you are just like one of them and they are like yourself. And if you did that, they also can.
We all go through these journeys of whatever's going on. But the moment you're in your deepest, darkest space, and I will go there in a moment to share with you, is the moment that you're actually starting to awake. Olga, if I would share with you pictures from me from my high school, you wouldn't even recognize me.
Really? I've never seen them actually.
No, you wouldn't even recognize me. You wouldn't even pick me out of the crowd. That's how much of a introvert, silenced, invisible girl that I was.
Wow.
And I knew at that time already that I was made for stage, but I couldn't even speak on stage. I had speaking fright and stage fright like you would not believe. I would throw up behind the curtains in the back.
No.
How bad it was. Yeah, but I knew that this was my journey. And the moment it all switched for me was, that's more than 10 years ago now, is I was in a relationship. I was living abroad. I've been living abroad for many times, many years. I've been living in all many different kind of countries. And at that time, I was together with my then boyfriend, and we were living in Antwerp. And I was pregnant. I was going to be a mom, and I was very much looking forward to it. And in week 12, we discovered that the baby was not alive anymore. And I lost the baby. And that was the moment that I talked to my boyfriend then. And I even gave my TED talk just about this moment when that happened, is that it all came crashing down. I talked to him and he was like, yeah, but we're going to go and make a new one. And I do understand him now, but at that time, something clicked inside of me. And I had 2 weeks off. When I came back from the hospital, I had 2 weeks off. And in those 2 weeks, I realized that was bottom for me. Everything was dark. I was alone again because I was really looking forward to be a mom. You're not alone anymore at that time. And I was super alone at that time. And I noticed that I was part of his journey where he was going to go. I was part of his life mission, but it wasn't mine. I had given my power away to someone else. And it was him, it was my job, it was my whoever else. I gave my power away to someone else for them to decide for me what was good for me. And that's what I realized being in that pain and in the process of grief, is that I realized that I gave my power away to someone else. So where was my power? Where was I going to go? What do I wanted? Who am I actually? It was dark and darkest dark that it could be. And the moment you're in your darkest dark, it feels absolutely atrocious. By now, I know that was the moment it switched, it changed. And my light became visible for myself again. It was teeny, mini, mini, tiny. But I could feel my own light again. And every day, that's what I also talked about building. Every day I build on fanning my flame, on adding whatever is needed so my flame would rise again. I would find my consciousness again, find my courage, that's the word, find my courage again, find me again. And the more I would find me again, the more I could rise like a phoenix from the ashes to be who I truly am. This today is who I truly am. But this lady today started when it was all dark, and the only thing I could do is lie on the floor and cry because I was so upset about everything that was happening, and I had nothing was under control. And nothing was under control because I gave my control away. And bringing it back to me, controlling me, it flipped from controlling me to being me. And then it changes. And you can rise from there. That's the difference. It's a difference. Yeah. It's coming home, Olga. That's what it is.
It really is. And I heard this story, or like not maybe all of it, but
You know it. Yeah.
yeah, and that's why I asked your permission if you would like to share that, because I know that so many people, not only as a result of pandemic, as a result of their own personal choices prior to today, are in a dark moment right now. They are for various reasons. And I knew that your story will inspire those. I knew that your story and you being at your darkest moment will actually give them the hope that they are on their path,
Yes.
on their own path. And it's time to step up for their own path.
That's it. That's it. You know, and it doesn't matter whatever situation you're in, if you've lost a child or not, it's not about the how. It's about the fact that you realize that you are in your darkest moment that there is in your life.
Yeah.
And believe me, that's the moment you're going to rise. It feels horrible, atrocious, really, really bad. You go like, how am I going to get out there? There is no how. I can tell you a million hows how you can get out there. Start writing, start meditating, whatever, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that you find your why. And because you notice you are in your darkest hour, that's where your why is, right there. Because you know, no more. I'm done. I've had it. No more of this. And then you have your why.
Mm.
Because if you don't want something, you automatically will shift to where you want to go. And I'm already proud of you that you're going to go do this. And you will find your how. There are many hows out there, but this is not what this is about. It's about finding your truth again, who you are, and going from there. Start feeling you. You can decide. Start feeling you again. And the moment you have you again, you come from there, you will notice what feels right for you. And you have the greatest permission. And if you need it, I can give it for you right here. This is your permission to do what feels right for you. No one else will know what feels right for you. If it makes you happy, do more of it. If you have joy doing just that, do more of that, because it will feed your soul. It will feed the flame that's inside of you, your own light. It will be fed by whatever feels right for you. If you want to go out and walk in the woods, do more of this because you enjoy it. If you use the slide in the kindergarten, do more of this because you enjoy it. Joy and happiness seems so easy, and it is, but it is super profound because it will feed you. It will feed your soul and feed your light to become who you truly are. Literally, what I believe in is that happiness and joy is the guidance to bring you home.
That was very, very loud. Let me repeat it for those who actually missed that message. Happiness and joy is guidance to bring you home.
Right here.
Let it just sink in to those who did not understand straight away, right? If you're
Oh,
looking for your purpose, be happy and be joyful.
it's all you need to do. Literally, that's all we need to do is be joyful.
Yeah.
And especially you and I, Olga. I mean, you are a nomad at the moment. I've been a nomad for I don't know how long time. I've got that question a lot. But Jen, where do you feel at home?
Yeah.
Here.
Right here.
Right here.
Always right there.
Yes, always right here. And if I'm in Gran Canaria or in Bali or in Shanghai or at home now in Amsterdam where I am, this is home.
Yeah.
That's why I call it at home, because I'm here.
Yes.
Home. That's it.
Absolutely.
There's no other place than home. Is right here. And this is what this is all about, is finding, coming home to yourself again and growing from there. This is why this is so important to talk about, because
Mm.
your strength, your energy, your courage, your power, it all comes from within.
You know, I'm so happy you mentioned courage because I was just about to say this and you said the courage. Because people want to have more joy,
Yes,
people want to have more happiness, people genuinely want to be real themselves, authentic themselves. They truly want to find themselves, but they are afraid to go on a journey.
because there's change out there.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. People are so afraid to step on that authentic journey of finding themselves, reconnecting with themselves, becoming truly authentically happy because of the change.
Exactly, because it feels very comfortable where you are now. You hold on to where you are now. But the thing is, Olga, is actually an okay life is the worst enemy of an amazing life.
Yeah. Okay, relationships. Okay, job. Okay, money. Okay, outfit you're wearing. Okay, food you're eating. Come on.
Yeah,
Claim what you deserve. Why to be okay with whatever you have?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not to be okay with. And it's about settling into whatever is. What? There's always more.
Mm.
It's like going on a hike and there's like a bend and I go like, oh, let's do one more. Let's see what's behind there. What's behind there? It's like continuing about the exploration of what there is. And I can sit down and say, okay, this is a nice place. Let's stay here.
Yeah.
No, there's always more you can explore. And it doesn't mean that you continue to have more. It's to be enjoying what you have now and going on to finding more in this now. Because the only moment we have, which is also coming home, is the only moment we have is now.
Mm. Totally.
The thing is, we continue to live in a world where we stress about the past and whatever's been going on, and we stress about the future, what's going to come, and we have no idea what's going to come. And we make up stuff about the past. And then we stress about the moment we are in now because we're half in the past and half in the future or whatever else we're doing, but we're not in the now. And the one thing that brings you back into the moment of now, like what we're having now, the conversation together with Olga today, now, is now. And being here now, feeling grounded here now, coming home now, that's where the place is. And this is where true manifestation happens, is from here. Because this is happiness. Sitting here with you lot, sitting here with Olga together, this is true happiness for me, to share, to talk about this, to have a conversation, a genuine conversation about what's going on. This is now for me, and I love it. I absolutely enjoy it. And the more we become aware of the now, the easier it all gets. Because the past is the past, you can't change it. The future is the future, you can't change it. But you can change the now.
Very true, very true. Gosh, that is so spot on. Well, I do have people who are sitting with a pen and paper because, as I said just earlier on, every word you speak is just a wisdom. What a surprise! You actually have something to share with us, don't you? Something what we can actually read. Do you want to tell us more?
Well, my newest website, my latest website is just up and running. I've got it in 2 languages, in Dutch and in English now. Thank you for sharing. That's it. Under my own name for the very first time. So this is for me coming home as well. And I've written a workbook. A workbook is on double your energy, because most of the time, what I remember from that time, that it was my darkest hour ever, I felt like I had no energy whatsoever. I couldn't even get up to make myself a sandwich. That was a mammoth task for that day. So just remembering what energy is and how you can even just double it or maybe some more, that helps you to come across. And in that workbook, you know me by now, I'll take you along also across to what your soul mission is and what's holding you back from reaching that soul mission. But now I'm already getting a peek away from that. But you can find it on my website, and you can download it, and I'm more than happy to share it with you for free. It's all for free, because that's what we're here for, to share what we have, we share what there is, and to bring each other the joy that there is. There's so much to share, please. So that's what I have for you.
Love that. And thank you so much for sharing that. I would invite everybody to go to your website, which is jennifervanbalkom.com. The website is just right there on the video. And I will definitely make sure that after we're finished, I'll post the link right below the video so people can click. It will be easier. So please download the book, read, follow the guidance. Again, there's no point for you to invest your precious time into watching this video, downloading another book if you're going to do nothing about it. So please make sure you download and you follow what's in the book so you actually are becoming more true to yourself. Well, Jen, I would speak to you for hours, and you know that, and we do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes,
we do.
We speak for hours. Yes.
Exactly. But I don't want to keep people away from what they do today, because today's content was really important and I would like them to take away what they took away today already so they can apply that. But if you could give us, let's say, 3 tips to how people can stay more happy and more joyful. And I know it is about reconnecting with themselves, but maybe 3 steps what they can start doing right today to get almost like to the first level, like a little bit up on their journey, what would they be?
Okay, the first one I want to share is happiness, or in this case, happiness and fear do not go together. So it's always the one or the other. So the moment you feel fearful, add happiness. And happiness sometimes is a bit too much. So start with gratefulness, whatever you're grateful for today. It's easy, and then the fear will disappear. And the gratefulness and the joy of those moments will stay. So that's one you can do. Gratefulness. And number two goes with it, because the moment you feel grateful for what's going on, what happens, you come in the now. You come into the now moment. And the moment you add gratefulness for what you have now, is that your feeling of the now will expand. And the pressure from the past and the fear for the future diminishes a bit. And then your now expands. That's how it feels. So that will be the second thing you can already do. Be more in the now. Breathe. And then now will expand. So that's just this first and the second one. And the third one is, darling, look up at the ceiling. Easy. And you get an instant happiness boost from there. So those are my 3 tips for today, sweetie.
I love that. Especially, I love the third one. I mean, I never heard of that.
So
But that'll be officially my favorite thing. And I think from today, I will also put probably a nice quote on the ceiling just to read as I look at that, honestly. But I
it's so fun. I've got friends of mine who do this they work in, they call it in Dutch, they call it an office garden, like a really huge open space where all the desks are. And when one of them starts to look up at the ceiling, what happens? All your friends around you, your colleagues, they start looking up at the ceiling as well, because they go like, what's up there? What's going on up there? So you give instant happiness to your colleagues, and they don't even know what's going on. Kids, it works super well when they get all upset about something. They can't even talk. You go like, look, what's up there? And they go, what? And then suddenly you can talk with them again. Same thing. So please use this one and look up at the ceiling or at the sky once in a while and just laugh and think about Olga and me. And we just bring you some extra happiness and joy and glitter.
Oh my God, that was so powerful. Thank you so much. But yes, other 2 tips, staying in the now and removing the fear, but staying in a state of the gratitude and state of happiness are also very, very valuable. So let's do those. Let's do those so you can actually realign yourself, so you can come back home to yourself. Well, that was awesome and fabulous, Jennifer and myself at my live show today. If you want to find out more about Jennifer, there is her website. But also, Jen, do you mind to share with us, are you on any other social media?
I'm a huge fan of Instagram. That's my go-to place. So if you want to see what I'm up to, I'm doing like half Dutch and half English, but so all the crazy stuff that I'm doing in my life, you can find in my stories. So please find me on Instagram, and you can also find me on LinkedIn. And I'm happy to connect with you, whatever, for a TEDx or maybe have a coffee talk together or whatever online. I'm more than happy to connect with the world. So thank you. Please find me, link, connect. I'm looking forward to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, that is exciting. And I'll make sure that I will share the social media links so people can actually connect with you quicker just under the video. That's it. But thank you so much for your wisdom today. And thank you for being the light in the world. Thank you for staying strong at your darkest moments so you can come today and inspire others and to help those who are right now in their darkest moments of their lives. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
It was a joy. Thank you, Olga. Bye,
And
all. See you soon.
see you soon. And
Thank you.
those who are watching us today, thank you to you too for investing your time into your precious you. Okay. As you can see, Jennifer, she had her own journey. I had my own journey. We all had journeys. So if you are on a difficult time of your life right now, remember this is part of your journey, not the journey. Okay. You will get that. You will get back to home. Follow those 3 steps which Jen shared with us and make sure you reach out to Jen to get some help. So thank you all and see you next Wednesday. Mwah. Take care.
Ciao.